Did you know when playing Legendary Block Dash, there used to be a chance to get this secret formation? And today we are going over 10 other things that were secretly removed from Stumble Guys. Alright, starting out with the first thing that Stumble Guys secretly removed without you knowing. This is super OG. You will only remember this if you played in 2022. So, in 2022, there was this crazy glitch in Jungle Roll. When you went down the slide, there was an invisible barrier right there that you could actually float on. And this worked because of the object that was there. I will go into game after every single explanation to show you guys what I'm talking about, but I also have another clip that I want to show you. This is the other clip that I want to show you, and this is actually insane. I feel so bad for you if you did not play when this was the thing. Look at what this guy's doing. You were able to do this in Jungle Roll in 2022. This was the most fun I've ever had when playing this map. But now let's go into game and I will show you guys that they removed this. This is the main spot to do this glitch, and you would use that red formation right there. They had this red thing's hitbox going all the way up into the sky, so it didn't just stop right at the top. So just to prove you guys that it is officially removed, I'm going to do a perfect sequence right here. I am going to jump right now. I'm going to land on top of it. And as you can see, I am not going to be able to go all the way up. It pushes me down. If that was 2022, I would be flying just like the TikTok. But now let's move into the second thing that Stumble Guys secretly removed without telling you. And this is going to get even more secretive as the video goes on. Okay, for the second thing that Stumble Guys secretly removed, it's actually in the map Lava Land. But if you started playing 2023 to 2025, you will have no idea this was even in the game because they removed it very quickly. But when the map Lava Land first came out, it was one of the best and most loved maps. This is Yoda in 2022 watching the map. And at the very end of Lava Land, these secret blocks would pop up that only happened at the very end. These blocks were called the hard or difficult portion of the map, and there they are right there. They only started popping up at the very end, and I don't know why they removed this. Like, this was one of the best features in the entire game. They looked so much cooler, and this is how you could symbolize that you made it to the end of the map. Like, if you made it to these blocks, it was a good thing. But let me go show you in game, because the cool part is you can tell when these blocks would have popped up back in 2022. Okay, we're nearing the end, but I'm pretty sure that formation right here, yes, this formation that I'm standing on right now was the hard formation, but most of the time you can tell when it pops up. So I'm so mad that they removed that. Let me know if you remember when that was in the game. Okay, for the third thing that Stumble Guys secretly removed, this one actually made me so sad. And I actually recently figured out that this got removed. I thought it was still in the game up to a very recent date. But like it says right here, this was something that was prevalent in 2023. So if you started playing after it, you will not remember this and you will not know that it was in the game. But in the map Lost Temple, you were able to walk all around the island part of the map. Like, I'm talking about all the way down to the water, down here to the water, down over here to the water. You could also go down beneath the axes, just like how I'm doing right here. But the coolest part that you could do, you could go under the formation right here, and you are actually under the Lost Temple map. And a cool trick, which I do not show it in this video, you could walk beneath this pillar right here, jump up, and you would be inside of the pillar. So let me show you guys what happens in 2025 when you try and do this. So here we go. This is what happens. When you jump down here, you die. Like, why is that a thing? No matter where you go, if you touch this ground, you are going to die. I don't understand why they would remove this. Like, it doesn't matter how far out I go. Even if I jump down and then try and get down here, I'm still gonna die. They put down death barriers literally everywhere. This one really sucks. But we gotta move into the fourth thing that they secretly removed. And honestly, I don't know if I can keep doing this video. It's making me very sad. Alright, so the fourth thing that Stumble Guys secretly removed was in the map Shark Muda Triangle. Now, I posted this glitch back on 2023 October. So if you played from 2024 to 2025, you have no idea this was ever in the game. But what you needed to do was jump into the iceberg in Shark Muda. This video doesn't really show a good example of it, so I have another video that I'll show you the full thing on. Beneath this iceberg, which had no hitbox, so you could jump through it, there was a barrel, so it was like basically inside of it. All you needed to do was jump on the left side of it and you would land on that barrel, and something of being inside the iceberg made the game not recognize that you were there, meaning you could sink beneath the entire map. At the very end, all the barrels that sink during the real game, this shows you where the barrels go. They literally go beneath the map and they just sit there. So if you ever wondered why when you jump onto this iceberg, which is now a mountain, that there's a hitbox, it's because of that glitch. So as you can see, I try to jump on it and you cannot go inside of it. If this was 2023, I would be sinking down inside of it onto this barrel right here. But as you can see, I am going to die to the water. So it's actually funny. They kept the barrel beneath it, but all they did was make the iceberg not see-through. But we have to move on to the next thing that they secretly removed. Okay, for number 5, this one's actually really quick and it's in the menu. Did you know that they secretly removed time trials? They completely removed the crown system and actually added in time trials. It was very popular when it first came out, but it kind of seemed as if the system died down with all the bugs and glitches that came along with it. Now you cannot find time trials anywhere. They used to be right up here. I'm not really sure what version completely removed time trials, but they are not in the game anymore. And honestly, bring back Crown Leaderboard. That was one of the best features in the entire game. And now you have none of them, time trials or Crown Leaderboard. Okay, for the 6th thing that Stumble Guys secretly removed, you might be thinking that I'm literally just talking about the Mr. Beast Dangerous Traps map, because we all know all those Mr. Beast maps turn into normal maps. If you remember Mr. Beast Dangerous Traps, you always remember that there was money and you had to make it to the end before the money reached the fire. But now when you load into the new and improved Mr. Beast Dangerous Traps, or I guess just Dangerous Traps now, if you look at the top, there is no money anymore. Because maybe some players could never even finish the map because of how hard it was. Because the money did fall in pretty quickly. That really sucks that they had to remove this map, because this was one of the greatest maps of all time. So let's hop into the next thing that they secretly removed, and we're almost at the end. Alright, so for the 7th thing that was secretly removed, did you know in Block Dash, there was a formation that you saw every day when you played the map, but now it is no longer there, and you probably never even think of it anymore. This formation was loved, and there were so many cool clutches on it. Sorry, this video is a bit laggy. Let me see if I can up the quality. Well, it's right here. This formation was completely removed in Block Dash with no explanation. Nobody knows why this formation was removed. You could even do a clutch right here. You could do a clutch right here. You could do a clutch right here. There were so many clutches that you could do on this formation. I don't understand why, because in Block Dash, there's so many similar formations that you get, so it was nice to have a fresh one in the game. And just to prove it to you guys, I'm going to play a whole game of Block Dash. I'll speed it up so you don't have to watch it, obviously, and we will not get that formation once. And I want you to realize next time you go into a game that you will never see that ever again. All right, we got about a minute remaining, and we have not ran into that formation once because, like I said, it got secretly removed. And I bet you half you guys did not even remember that formation being in the game, or at least you remembered it, but you never really put any thought into why you never see it anymore. Okay, for the 8th thing that they secretly removed, and this one was actually a limited time event, Thanksgiving in 2022. I'm not even joking. I would say 5% of you that are watching this video right now played when this was in the game. 95% did not even know this was a thing. But there used to be turkeys in Stumble Guys. Bro, this was crazy. I remember playing on Thanksgiving Day when these were in the game. This was so fun to do. This was honestly prime Stumble Guys, bro. Like, you could even hug them. Now, unfortunately, I cannot go in game and show you guys because, like, they're not in the game anymore. They have been removed, but I can show you. Okay, so right here, as you can see, they planted turkeys on the top of blocks, and you could actually use these to jump on top of them. But this was, like, really rare, bro. I promise you, none of you guys remember this. And they would be on, I think, every single formation that came. Like, no matter what formation it was, there was turkeys on top of it, which was really cool. But let's move into the 9th thing that they secretly removed. Okay, for the 9th thing that Stumble Guys secretly removed, I'm not even gonna lie, when I was trying to do research for this video, I didn't even know this was a thing. So if I, who started in 2022 early, did not know this was a thing, I feel like 100% of you guys have never seen this. So in this Stumble Guys walkthrough, they play Tilefall, but if you take a quick look at Tilefall, bro, this looks so ugly. This is like the same format as like Humble Stumble, Spin Go Round, like the blue and yellow. I am so glad that they removed this and added added like the grassy, jungly version of Tilefall, because this is terrible. I did not even know this was a thing. Like, all the skins look the same, but this map is ugly, bro. OMG, I'm so glad they removed this. Like I said, I have to do it more rare and more secretive. This is 2021, so I bet you none of you guys knew about this. That's why it's at the number 9 spot. And now we have to move into the final thing that they secretly removed. And the final thing that they secretly removed, it's honestly going to be pretty sad. It is the classic tournaments. It used to be right here. They removed it without a word, and we have never heard of them ever again. RIP to the most beloved feature in the entire game. I honestly have to end the video now because that is so sad. I hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know if you want to see a part 2.